Mayor Henyard needs a reality check, especially if she thinks her obnoxious hour-long rant during the October 2nd board meeting helped explain her actions. For those of you who missed it, Henyard began by playing the news segment that aired the week prior regarding overtime for her police detail. She actually went through each clip, pausing it like it was game footage from a junior varsity football game, and trying to explain her way through it. Unfortunately, no one cared. Truly. The only part we found to be very fascinating is when she explained why she had a DJ at the meeting. Let's watch.
Oh, what I was saying before I basically said what I just said, which is I was singing the Rihanna song. And then I just sung the song. You can hear it in the background of what they saying. And they saying, pay you what they owe you. That's it.
Well, glad we cleared that up. Tiffany completely missed the whole point the media made in the segment. Her spending is out of control. Payroll is just one example. She is abusing her power by taking Dalton employees on Thornton Township trips out of town, including the Tiffany Cares Foundation 5 and 10-day walk to Springfield. Doesn't this look like a great way to commingle funds with the township to help promote Tiffany's not-for-profit foundation? Hey, let's ask Stan Brown if he walked.
I was just riding the bike.
Very good. Thanks, Stan. As we were saying, the super mayor forces multiple officers, firefighters, and public works employees to attend all events she has in the village, causing overtime, which is typically 8 to 12 events each month during the summer. Reminder, 90% of the time, these are township events being held in Dalton, meaning Dalton tax dollars are supplying the public safety members for events that all 17 municipalities can attend. Let's not forget when she paid an ESTA employee to sleep overnight in a village vehicle at the ice rink just to watch it. This employee was paid as 80 regular hours and anywhere from 110 to 160 overtime hours per paycheck every 2 weeks. And since we love facts, we wanted to revisit the point Tiffany focused on during her defensive media rant. She thought once she explained the one officer's paycheck containing 303 hours, that everyone would see it was due to a misunderstanding. He used his comp time that needed to be cashed out, which increased his hours. Okay, well, he still worked 143 hours in overtime. 80 regular plus 143 overtime equals 223 hours total. That means if he worked every day of the 14 days, then he averaged 16 hours a day. Even with her explanation, it doesn't make the situation or paycheck acceptable. As you can see by the paychecks below, there is no shortage of overtime hours when you are on the mayor's detail. One more thing, since the mayor doesn't think overtime is that big of a deal when it comes to spending, let's look at what the total was for fiscal year 2023. As you can see, the budget allowed for $406,000. The actual was $1,469,861.68, meaning they went over budget by $1 million in overtime alone. The mayor either thinks no one will notice, or she is so ignorant she doesn't care. This is the problem with narcissists. They only think of themselves, but sell it as what they are doing for the people.
Right now, residents, why keep putting your needs on hold for their wants? Because they wants should not outweigh your needs. So we're going to go back to the video.
The mayor was referring to the residents getting their trees cut down as part of their needs. We don't know of any municipality that pays to have trees trimmed on private property. That doesn't make you a giving person, Tiffany. That makes you foolish in spending. The village attorney made it clear the trustees oversee the spending for the village.
So the board does control the purse. There's no question that the board makes votes about how the expenditure of funds are made in any municipality.
Now, one of the 8 companies she used for tree cutting was approved by the board prior to the work being done. They aren't even on the approved contractor list for the village. And why are these companies taking the village for its cash? Almost $600,000 for just over 1 month of tree cutting. The problem Tiffany cannot seem to comprehend is that she asks for money after she spends it. She doesn't follow any spending ordinance that is in place to stop the exact situation the mayor has put the village in, which is a $5 million deficit. For any resident watching that hasn't been able to understand why the trustees won't pay the vendors for doing the work, let's dive in. Tiffany is supposed to have a $1,500 spending limit per project, vendor, or purchase. Anything above that needs to get approved by the board. She is well aware, just chooses to ignore it.
You know, we have an ordinance that there's a $1,500 limit before it has to get board approval.
Any contractor in the village is supposed to be registered and have a certificate of insurance naming the village on it. Half of the companies the mayor uses aren't even legally registered in the state of Illinois. These companies began doing work without ever bidding on the projects through an RFP, nor did they get any permits. One example is when the mayor paid a contractor illegally by not getting board approval and signing a check with only her signature. The village ordinance states all vendor invoices must be approved by the board and must have 2 signatures, the village clerk and the mayor. Even after this mess was revealed, K5 continued to do more work in the village, racking up $1.1 million of invoices. Again, no legal process was followed. This is the exact reason trustees do not feel it's okay to pay the vendors doing work in this village. The contractors will never get away with that process in any other municipality. They know better, they just don't care because they see it as a way to make easy money, which is your money, residents. Your tax dollars are paying for her face and name to be put on everything you see in the village. You even pay for the customized floor mats in Village Hall. Yes, the super mayor even puts her name on floor mats, the ones that just got repossessed because the village cannot afford to pay the bill. Ask any vendor who has tried to get their check recently. They get told no. The mayor isn't releasing any checks. She won't admit the real problem. She spends more money than the village brings in, but spins the story to blame anyone else. Isn't it ironic that she named the Just Ice basketball court and Just Ice rink after her daughter, but once she is in prison, the real justice will finally be had? Well, Mayor, anything you want to say for yourself?
Y'all better stop lying on me before I start telling the truth on y'all. Please stop. Because I don't mess with nobody. I come do my job. Only time y'all see me say something is when I have to clear something up. And I shouldn't have to because I'm too busy doing my job. So I don't have time to come back here and talk about nothing. But that's where it's at. We have to keep clearing it up because people want to tell lies. People want to be famous. There's a lot of jealousy and envy too. People are so upset that I have both seats. As I stated before, if God put me there, what are you so upset about? Work with me. Because there's many people that went on that table before me, but God saw fit to give it to me. So how you mad? I keep saying, don't hate, congratulate. Come join the team, the winning team.
Wait, what's that other thing you are always saying?
Because I say this example all the time. Everybody do the cha-cha slide, right? Right to the left, but everybody put their own little flavor on it, right? So you can't be mad at how I put my flavor on how I govern.
Got it. Okay, anything else before we end?
I am a woman, but guess what? I'm a pit in the skirt. Understand that when I say that. And I'm not going to take no mess from nobody. I mean that. So y'all better become a little harder than that because y'all trying to drag my name. It ain't going to work. At the end of the day, I keep telling y'all going to put some respect on my name.
One thing we did want to mention, we tried to fact check something the mayor said.
Never check facts. That's why they the lowest rating news station in the world.
But we were unsuccessful in finding any statistic which rated Fox 32 Chicago News as the worst in the world.